Good afternoon. My name is Geogette. I'm so glad to be back here on day 11. And I'm sure the fasting is going well. I'm sure God is strengthening you day by day. You know, one of the things that many times limits us and stops us even in our growth is generational curses. And today, even as you're in your office or even as you're stepped away just to pray during this lunchtime hour, I want us to pray, you know, that the bondages, the patterns, the things that the strongholds in our families, that they will be forgiven and forgiven completely. You know, Exodus 34 and verses 5 to 6 says, the Lord descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of the Lord. The Lord passed before him and proclaimed, the Lord, a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, keeping steadfast love for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, but who will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children and the children's children, to the third and the fourth generation. God clearly says in his word that he will forgive the iniquity and transgression up to the fourth generation. So even right now, just want to take a moment, if you will, right now, and just ask God to forgive all the iniquity and the transgression of our forefathers. You know, there are things that were done, you know, and they've put some of us in bondages. You know, maybe some of you have delayed, delayed marriages, you know, maybe some of you in your family, you're fighting with addiction and you know, bondages such as mental health, you know, mental illnesses, you know, some of those patterns, maybe, you know, there's barrenness in your family. There are certain things. Maybe people in your family don't hold jobs for a period of time, or maybe some of them, you know, maybe there's maybe the men in your family do certain things that are just wrong, you know, and maybe the women don't get married, they just cohabit. There are so many different things, and we don't have enough time to go into any of them, into all of them, I beg your pardon. But if you just take this moment and ask God to forgive the sin and the iniquity and the transgression of your forefathers, you know, things that were done, maybe covenants that were made that you and I are not aware of. Our God is faithful, and that's what his word says, that he's abounding in love. You know, he's abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, and merciful and gracious and slow to anger. That's what his word says, and that's who he is. And so, believing his word, you know, we're going to, in faith, you know, ask him to forgive the sins and the transgressions and the iniquities of our forefathers, of our grandparents and parents, and just to cleanse us as white as snow. Our God is faithful to do it even for you right now, to break those patterns, break those bondages, break those strongholds in our families. Thank you so much, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 12, where someone will be coming to give us a charge for the afternoon. God bless you and have a great afternoon. See you at evening sacrifice. Bye-bye.